Hey everyone, I was initially a little hesitant about doing this article, but as part of part of the media, and I take my job very seriously. It's part of the job description. But this one is about how, for some reason, this election, the way that I voted was changed in a major, completely caught me off guard way. 48 years old, legal U.S. citizen, registered independent voter, Allentown, PA, and go to Deerfield High School to vote. Give you my quick stats, so you actually know what I'm talking about. Well, I went there between 7 and 8 o'clock this morning, praying that for a change would actually be candidates early and representatives, so I could, find out a little bit more about the candidates. Well, not what the article is about, anyway. So I walk into the gymnasium at Deerfield High School, and I look, I'm like, okay, where's the voting machines? Right off. Haven't had time to keep updated with everything. So I see two gentlemen sitting at a table, like literally, as I'm walking right here, ready to walk in the door. I figure, okay, they're to check in. They didn't greet me. Okay, what's going on here? So I finally took me a minute to scan and figure out where I was supposed to check in. One of the election representatives says, "Hey, good morning. I can check you in." Okay, gave her the name. She looked it up. Not a problem. Then the other representative hands me a sheet of paper. I figured, okay, not a problem. It's a sample ballot. So I said, I go to where it was kind of like a cross of like a little table with 4 sections to it. I said, where are the voting machines? She said, that piece, basically a piece of paper is the way you vote. I'm like, huh? I didn't say anything, but I was like, okay, what did I miss here? So I go to the table, and I'm like looking at this sheet of paper, and it's like, okay, I was born in 71. When I started voting when I was 18 in 1989, there was the old, if you're not familiar with it, do a quick search on the internet, the old punch cards, where you walked into a booth, closed the curtain, complete privacy, and basically punched, hit the button who you want to vote for. Then didn't vote for several years, like a lot of people gave up on the people that can control the system. Okay, not a problem. 2016 started voting again with the computers. Took me a couple minutes to adjust to it. Loved it. So anyway, I'm looking at this sheet of paper in front of me, and in about 30 years of voting, that was the single most confusing ballot I've ever seen in my entire existence. No joke. You should see the look on my face. Okay, so not only was it a paper ballot, it reminded me of, again, if you're not familiar with it, look it up for the younger generations, of when I was back in high school and you had a number 2 pencil and you had to completely fill in a circle on some of the tests. You had a pen, you would completely fill in a circle who you wanted to vote for. Which was, I'm like, okay, once I figured that part out, but here in Allentown, they have, again, I'm not sure if that's where you live, but they have the English version and Spanish version. Again, not a problem. I'm used to it by now. So anyway, instead of them setting up for, okay, English or Spanish, or giving you, 2 sheets, or giving you an option, the way they did it was the English and the English was on top, Spanish was underneath. I'm sorry, I've consider myself fairly intelligent and can figure things out real quick, but it's like, just looking down at it, I'm like, what do I do? How do I do this? Literally, granted, for me to use sign my name with a touchscreen or anything, not a problem. I'm used to keyboard and touchscreen, but still, I'm looking at this thing, and I've never used a paper ballot in my entire existence. Number one. Number two, it's like between the English and Spanish, like literally right underneath each other. It's like, it was so confusing. I walked out of there and I was pissed. I was seriously pissed. I told a couple of people I know, I said, I felt like I completely wasted my time. Because number one, I'm not even sure I'm still not sure 12 hours later if I filled out the ballot right. Right? Number two, then after I get done and I scanned over it again, then after I get done, I walk up, I'm like, do I hand this to somebody? Or she said, no, you put it into the machine. The machine was essentially a modified office printer. High-end office printer. Seriously, no joke. You fed it in, boom, it took the sheet, it disappeared somewhere. I mean, I realize that they're having problems with the computer elections, alleged interference and everything from foreign countries, etc., etc., etc. But number one, the fact that, okay, fine, if you're not gonna have the computers with the higher walls, fine. Then have some kind of booth set up so that it protects your privacy as a voter, which you have a right to. Number two, I'm like, they complain about how it's easy to fix it, to all the problems with computers, but yet this is so screwed up here. Like I said, 12 hours later, I'm not even sure if I filled it out right or not. So, I mean, granted, my fault, part of the blame is on me, so I didn't have a chance to, keep up with what's going on and everything. I didn't have time. But still, when you walk in to do your duty as an American citizen, which by the way is pretty much the only reason why I did it, because I didn't like a lot of the candidates, personal opinion, editorial, but to do your duty as an American and U.S. citizen, you should not have to deal with that. Especially if, like most people, either you're doing it in the morning before work, you're doing it in the evening before work, you want to get to work, you want to get back to your family, you want to get your day over with. There is no reason, and right now, and on the whole day, I was thinking about it while I was, thinking about this article. I'm concerned that this really raises my concerns about possible election interference and voter fraud. Yeah, I'm sorry, easy as hell to pull it off this way. Got news for you. Maybe I'm completely off base. Maybe I'm 1,000,000% wrong here. But in my opinion, because of the way this was done, these elections should be nullified. Personal opinion, editorial, I want to stress that. But curious if you feel the same way. Michael Phoenix, founder and staff of Surreal Veil City's predecessor, Val and Beyond. Please go to the Thanks to Sponsors page. Without them, honestly, none of this could happen. And thanks to everybody out there for all the support. I know things have been kind of crazy lately. I've been kind of backed off of this, a lot behind the scenes, other things going on. But thank you very much for all the support out there. You have no idea what it means. Take care, everybody. And I might as well say it because retail kind of kicked it off back in September. Happy Thanksmas. And if you celebrated Halloween, belated Happy Thanksmas. Take care, everybody. Enjoy life. Stay safe.